Traders, good afternoon. It's midday. It's good to be with you. If you're here for the first time, make sure that you like that stream, subscribe if you've not, and remember, guys, we do have our live chat that is mandated by our support team. You can, log on to our website, and you can always get hold of them for any questions. You can also reach them at care@tdmarkets.com. I see some of the guys are on now. Brett, I see Dr. Ahmad there. Good afternoon. Shira, I see you there as well. Good afternoon. We're about to head into our session. We will be doing quite a bit of opinions and chatting about levels and where many guys enter the market. I think this is standard. However, it's exactly that. It's an opinion. Please do not construe that as advice in any way. All right. So let's get moving. Let's get pushing. Let's get on with our stream this afternoon. It's 2 minutes after 12. We're doing a bit of a revision here as well. Guys, remember every session is designed that way. We look at the markets. We see what's happening. We come back and we just pick up where we really left off, and we make sense of the charts. All right, so let's maybe start right at the top. I'm placing the oil price here at the top of our list here, and that's for a very good reason. That is so that we can continue to engage with what has been happening in the past couple of weeks. All right, now this is the minute frame, but I want you to take a look-see at the price there, and I'm going to switch to my hourly frame now. All right, my hourly frame is about to load, so just give it just a couple of seconds or so forth for it to load. Arthur, a good afternoon. Savage, I see you there as well. Good afternoon. The MT5, my hourly profile is loading at the moment so that you guys can see the oil price and what we chatted about almost 2 weeks ago. Look at the oil price. It literally, quite literally, touched, look at that, exactly the 93 point. Man, oh man, look at that. We pushed all the way up from our level at 74. Look at this. And it went up to 93. I mean, guys, honestly now, let's just be real here. That's really incredible. $93 a barrel. We have now reached the zone here. This means that Ash now needs to draw up something new. Okay, now I need to go back to the drawing board because the move is done. From here, which was an hourly view of the market, now we are digging into this area over here. But before we dig into that area, there is a probability we could start seeing the oil price come down now. Now that is what I am gunning for. That is where I am at this moment in time. All right, Sammy, I see you there as well. Good afternoon. So I'm going to repeat that. The move is done. I've been tracking the fundamentals and so forth for this move exactly, okay? Now that the move is done, it's either we are continuing or there's a correction coming. That is what I'm going to do now, all right? And I'm going to do that not on my hourly, the 4, the 6, the 8. I'm going to be looking at this on the shorter time frames now because it has reached that destination, okay? So here we go. I'm shifting my profile back to the minute frame now, or to the minute analysis. It is loading. Just give it a couple of seconds, and then I'm going to redo the oil price now because it has reached the place that we needed it to. All right. So look at that. It reached it, 93. And I'm going to be doing new analysis now. All right. So here we go. Here we go. Fresh analysis on the oil price. Now, there's a lot of divergence here, guys, which is why I'm saying to you that I think we're going to be pushing down now. All right. But I'm going to give you the information, and I'm not going to be looking at the 74 again. I'm leaving that alone. Okay. I'm not going to be looking at that 74. Let's just see if I have this in place as well. Okay. So we are sorted here. We have this. Hold on. In fact, let me use this area here. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you where, if it all goes according to what we're seeing here now. All right. The first area for it to possibly come down to is 88. 88. The next one I'm looking for is about 84. All right, back into the area of resistance there, support. Right. Now, what's important for us to understand, we need to break a support here as well. So that support area that I'm looking for a break on, remember guys, we've already reached our zone. So I'm going to be waiting for 91. I'm going to be waiting for 91. Okay. Lots of, look at this, guys. The first area is 88. If we can break 91, I'm anticipating the oil to go back to 88. However, excuse me, 91.465 needs to be broken first. That is the missing link. If that's not broken, I'm seeing it go up. Now, why am I really into it? Because there is an impulse from there to there. Now, what happens with the first leg? There needs to be a pullback. So there was the pullback. Then we had an impulse, we had a pullback, impulse, pullback, impulse, pullback, back to 88. So guys, don't be surprised if you see any positive news coming out of the Strait of Hormuz. Okay? Don't be surprised if you see any positive information coming out of the Strait of Hormuz. Is everybody clear with that, guys? Let's pause there quickly, just so I can see everybody's tracking with me here this afternoon. Show a brother some love here, yeah? All right? Don't forget to like the stream. Show a brother some love. Let's see, where's the guys? Where's the guys? So don't be surprised when you hear anything positive, like the agreement is going well, or just something. It could be anything from there is less disruption, anything that is good. Don't be surprised. Now remember, why am I tracking the short? Because on an hourly, we've reached the area of struggle. What's the area of struggle? It's called a resistance. We've reached it. So this correction is absolutely possible. The other reason is every impulse needs a pullback. The pullback can have 1, 2, 3 legs. 1, 2. There's 1. Do you see that? There's 1, there's 2. We don't even have 1 here yet, guys. So I'm giving you an understanding on how you can use the zigzag to identify a possible leg for you to trade. So we need an impulse. So below 91 down to 88. I'm definitely cooking this trade for myself. I'm absolutely cooking this for myself. I actually can't wait for it. Now, if the oil price comes down as we are analyzing, guess what happens with gold? Gold then, all right, pushes up, which is where we are right now. We need a push up from gold. So if the oil price comes down, we have a push from gold to 4203. Also hourly frame. Look how I'm correlating the two there, all right? If that happens, it means we have another push from XAUEUR. That's the euro to the gold, all right? Or the gold to the euro. We also have a possible push from silver, all right? We also have a possible push from silver. Now, what I want you to understand, guys, from an impulse perspective, on the 1 hour, the silver has given us quite a bit here. The silver, firstly, has had an impulse. We had our first leg. We broke the leg. Do you see that? We broke the leg. Then we had the second leg, and it came back below the first leg. So this is a lot of uncertainty. Right now, we had here buyers. Now we have sellers. It's creating liquidity. So there's guys that saying there's no ways we are going to be buying now. This one just broke through, and the buyers are saying, but hold on. We broke above that high, creating a higher high. But this is a low. So there's a lot of uncertainty here. The clarity is in the gold. The clarity is not in the silver. The clarity of the move is in gold. Because on the very same, all right, hourly frame, we only have one leg. Here we have too much noise here. So I'm not using the silver as a barometer today or this week now. It's given me, I'm not going to say false hope, but I'll say it has definitely not given me the data I need to make a more informed decision. Although the gold is showing us divergence, and it showed us divergence here. So pick up where the divergence was. There and there. So according to this, the move has already happened. This was actually the top. This is actually a resistance. That's why when we have our phases up and running, where you do the competency assignment and you pass and you get into the Zoom topic classes, I'll be detailing down this specific area here, and you'll understand why I'm saying this is an obscured resistance. It looks like it's scaling, but actually it's straight, or at least slanting a little bit more to the downside. All right? Please understand that we will deal with all of that. So here's the move. So what we're waiting for is for price to finish up what it needs to continue its ascension. We can't use the silver. Although the silver is showing us smaller red candles. Remember, body language, very important. All right. So this one might be more aggressive than that of the gold. That's a very important point there, guys. All right. I'll pause there quickly. I'll make sure everybody's tracking with me here, guys. I'm taking my time on this one because the reason for that is when we get to 3 o'clock today, all right, when we get to 3 o'clock today, that's 1500 hours. Then obviously we know that we have the monetary policy statement for the euro at 2:45, the ECB press conference. So after that, we meet at 3. That's at 2:45. So 15 minutes later, we're going to be meeting. So we will have seen then what that has done to the euro. Right now, you can see right here that it's moving sideways. If the rates get increased by ECB, we anticipate this move to the upside. Then that correction comes because we had gone down and then we had, a lot of divergence at this area. And there was a move. But we want to see this impulse here. That has a pullback already. There it is. You see that? let me just actually show you here. Hold on. Let me just show you this. That is the top of the impulse. When you come down, you start to see leg one. All right. Leg one is formed, but it has not come through on the 1 hour yet. Now, inside of leg one, look now. Inside of leg one, look at this. There's no correction that's formed. Only one starts at M3. So M3, M2, M1. This looks like there's a build-up high, look, right there. And this impulse has 1, 2 legs, but they are not lower than the leg of the impulse. So if we have a hike, a rate hike, it simply means this has the ability to possibly push up now, which will translate then into the blue move here that we are looking for, that you can't see on the other time frames. You can't see it. Whew, this is good, man. This is some good stuff. So let's wait and see, guys. At 215, 245, we'll see. The same with the GBP USD. You can see there, guys. This support seems to be holding. There's a lot of divergence. This seems to be a holding right here. So if there's strength in the euro, it could be coming and filtering through to the GBP USD. The AUD USD is still on top there. I'm not touching this guy at all. It's already done the first move from there to there. All right. But it has not done the second move. So I am not touching it right now. I'm leaving this one as is. I'm leaving it. I'm going to wait and see. The NZD USD, like I said, this is a mixture. This one is not moving exactly the same as AUD USD. It's not holding its line like the GBP USD or the Euro USD. It's actually moving in the opposite. But that's because of the inflation and the hikes there in New Zealand. So this one is a little bit different. All right. I'm more optimistic about this one going down than up. But like I said to you this morning, that there is still a possibility that the strength of the euro, the pound, the AUD can filter through, and then we also go up here. So I'm not throwing that away. I'm just saying that this one looks way more bearish than the other guys. So keep that in mind. Now, if the oil price comes down, then by virtue of the correlation, we should have these guys also move up. So if the oil price comes down, it means all of these guys here, according to correlation, should be pushing up. So we're going to have to wait and see. That means USD Swiss franc should be coming up. All right. By the way, Savage, well done on the 81365. I don't know if you still held that one out, but well done on the 81365, because you can clearly see it went to your level there. All right, so well done. I'll show you some love on that one. The USD CAD has now bounced up from that zone. All right, it's now bounced up from that zone. Now, again, from a USD CAD and oil perspective, this guy's crazy. Look how many legs this guy had. Impulse. Do you see that? Wow, man, so many legs. So this impulse here, inside of that, let's go and look. That impulse, this is a pullback. So inside of that pullback, look at all of those. Look at that. Inside, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 legs inside. That's telling you that buyers are obviously stopping, guys. If there's so many legs, there is a force of sellers, but it's like a spring that's contracting until we start pushing up. So that's pretty crazy if you think about it. That has everything to do with the oil price, okay? So we'll leave the USD CAD for now. We'll see how it goes and so forth. Also, this move has already been done because the divergence came in here, and then we see the movement down, and we also get it over there. So this move is done. We got to see what's happening here now. So there should be divergence on lower time frames here. Let's see. Yeah, there's a divergence coming up now. There it is. Yep, there we go. Spot on. There we go. There's a divergence coming up now. So this move is already done. There's a new move. This is the new move now. That is moving away from the pullback now. That's important for us to understand, okay? All right. So that's the US dollar. I said to you, USD JPY, I'm not touching this one. It's just looking a bit crazy right now, all right? I told you US 30, I'm also not going to touch this one for now. This one is a bit toxic for me. I don't want to lose any cash on this one, all right? Let's go to those yen pairs now. Look at the GBP yen here, moved up from our zone. Now, when I analyzed this, I said to you guys, these arrows are there for a reason. Even although price came down, it doesn't matter. I said watch the highs because price can at any time go up and create a new high. It will still only just be a lower high. When I say lower high, I'm referring to that there. Hold on. I'm referring to that structure. So that's the high, lower high. It can still do that. There's no stopping it. So watch those highs. It's either we push up or to those highs or we coming down. Now, don't forget, this here is us pushing to the upside on higher time frames. If you look at the 4-hour, impulse, correction, impulse, correction. Okay? But what's happening at this point in time, there is a push to the downside. So if I go to the higher time frames, you'll see now, look, they've been pushing up. So what we're experiencing here actually on that downside is just a pullback from what has happened on the higher. That's it. That's what we're experiencing. Impulse, leg, head. First leg of the pullback. So if price goes up, it's just what? A correction of the first leg. That's why I said watch the highs there. Let me just zoom in. So that's why I said watch the highs. So what we're anticipating is another leg to the downside that we are experiencing on the hourlies. I hope that makes sense there to the guys. Guys, let me pause there. Does that make sense? So we are experiencing a pullback that has come from the higher time frame. So what we're doing now is we're not looking at the impulse to the upside. We're looking at the impulses to the downside. All right. So impulse number 1, leg 1, correction. Leg 2, correction. Leg 3, correction. So we're anticipating leg 4 now. This could still be leg 4, correction, leg 5. You saw there is 5 that can be done. So I hope you guys seeing that. That's a very, very important point. All right. It's a very important point. All right. Let's go now to the other yen pairs. We got the NZD JPY that has now descended. There we go. There we go. Okay, so what Ash is looking for here, you see that candle there. There's not, yeah, it's not strong enough for me. So I hope I can find a stronger candle on a lower time frame. Okay, so let's see. See, majority of the candle is above. Same here. Same there. Same there. That's not good enough. There's no red candle. Look at this. Look at that one. Look at this one. It's not good enough. Okay. So sorry about that, guys. It's just me looking at. So there's no candle here. Not even this one. Not even this one. I'm not even looking at this one here. This one. I will need a candle to stick out. There's none. That's why this, look at all of the divergence. Okay, so I'm not getting in here yet. I'm going to wait. Okay. I'm going to wait for price to push up, and then I'll look for another candle later on. All right. CHF JPY. I'm already in here. Look at this beautiful candle here. All right, so I'm leaving this one as is. Okay, I'm leaving this one as is. There is divergence here. We could be coming up first a little bit here, but I'm gonna leave it. All right, because look, from this area, the one impulse. Do you see that? Hold on. Hold on. I'm just checking something here. All right, so I'm going to be waiting on this one. I'm going to see what happens here, because here we have at the top, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 legs. If this guy goes up and breaks those legs there, I'll get out. I'm going to watch these highs very carefully. I don't anticipate it to go that high, though. We'll have to wait. Okay, that might be a bit too high. Up, if it breaks and closes above there, I will not be staying in here. But I'm not worried about this, not even in the slightest. All right. Then we got Euro JPY. This one has not really done much here, guys. I'm going to leave this one as is as well. The AUD JPY, I'm going to leave this one as is. It's still hanging around those highs over there. So I'm not seeing any. There's a lot of divergence though, but I'm not going to get into it at this point. I'll wait for the 113. Okay. AUD NZD. So it looks like we're finishing this move here. All right, we're finishing this move. And we're getting divergence now on top. So I think we're going to finish this move, which is pretty solid. We're only about 2 pips away. Give or take 3 pips. So I'm not going to deal with this one, guys. I did not get into this one. Big candle to the upside. Very nice. But and once again, please look at the candles. When you start seeing candles like this into the zone, oh man. All right, so that's one I'm leaving. It's done. I'll just wait and see how it turns out. Okay, for now, I'll wait. GBP NZD. I'm still in here. I'm waiting for this one to finish off the move. It's about to hit an area of struggle. All right, it's about to hit an area of struggle. So once it hits there, I'm going to get out, and then I'm going to wait to see what happens after that. The Euro NZD is pushing up nicely. Now, I haven't got into this one yet, even although from there to there is 91 pips, guys. So I'm actually, it's like, I'm basically sacrificing this for now. There's too much divergence that's being picked up here at this point. So I want to see what it does here. Because if we go up, then all I expect it to do, if we go up, all right, what I expect it to do is this. And then from there, I expect it to do that. All right. So I'm not going to deal with this one now. I'll wait for it. I'll wait for that one. That is critical. All right. Then let's get into the US stock indices. S&P 500 here. I told you I'm leaving USDT, right? S&P 500 found a bit of support. I'm not going to bag on this one here at all. The NAS 100 is still at the lows that I mentioned to you guys. It's still at the lows. If we can just, I mean, yesterday and even this morning, look, yesterday we pushed up once. This morning we pushed up twice. We're waiting for the big push now. We need to get, and the day before, look, so this is this morning. That's yesterday, and that's the day before. Today's Thursday. So today, Wednesday, Tuesday, we've had 3 closes above. All right. So we're waiting for the move now. We're waiting for the move. It's not there yet. It's not there yet. AUS 200, look at this guy. It is doing exactly that in terms of, look, it actually came back. It came back into the area of struggle. Look at that. From there, it came up. Look at that, guys. So, yes, I'm anticipating to finish the move, but that's why I said to you at 9:30, always find the area of resistance and you can take your profits. If you were still holding when price was here, when it entered the area of resistance, now look. You see that? The UK 100 struggling. It's struggling to pass this area here. It broke it, then it came back, and because it came back, it's now struggling to get out again. You see that? So there's a chance we could be pushing up again. There is, yes, but it came out, went back in. What you don't want, you want price to keep moving away from it. But if it comes back in, now it's, it's a fight. All right? If price breaks out of that resistance and it comes back in, there's a fight. So don't forget that. There is going to be a fight over there. All right? The CAD JPY, I don't know if Taeto's here. I don't know if you're on here, Taeto, but look, I'm sure you're happy that you got out of this one for now. Look at that. Coming back down, 115. You see that? Remember I said to you, don't be surprised about those highs there. If it reaches there, it's right there. All right. So, guys, here's the USD ZAR. We did come, like I said to you yesterday, we reached that 1639. We've not gone to the 1629 yet. All right. So far the movement is pretty normal, guys. At this point, there's no. Hopefully, by our US pre-market, we're going to get something there. That's what I'm actually looking forward to. Now, the Asian stocks were up, guys. So I want to have a look at that this morning. I want to see, where they are. So this is the Chinese 50. And then there's also the Hang Seng I want to check out, as well as the Nikkei. These guys, they did well this morning because of AI and the semiconductor chip market. They did well. So I want to see what's happening if there's something over there on them. All right. There's the Hang Seng. Look, it went up almost 1% this morning. So it's the Hang Seng. It's the Chinese 50. The Nikkei, I also want to check out. I'm assuming the Nikkei also went over. The Nikkei didn't. Oh, wow. The Nikkei, I see it actually tracks a lot of the US market, the Wall Street. Let me see if it's here, if it came down. If the Nikkei came down, then it's moving like the... Yeah, they following Wall Street. They're following Wall Street, guys. I'm not seeing a JPN. Hold on. Okay, it's a little bit higher. Okay, all right. Okay, let's quickly do these ones here, and I'm going to be looking at them from an hourly perspective. Okay, all of them. Okay, so the Asian stocks did very well. Okay, so Chinese. Yeah, nah, this more of a... Sorry, guys, I'm just trying to get my center here. Yeah, this one, I think it's reached its peak. I think we come. So when these ones come down, we're gonna look for the Wall Street to go up. Yeah, when they come down, yeah, this one is gonna come down first. This one's coming, so we're gonna then wait for Wall Street to come to go up. They're taking their chances. We due for we due for a drop here, guys. We are due for a drop. Oh man, we due for a drop here. Okay, so I'm gonna be watching this very closely. We due for a drop. Let me just see on the lower time frames. Yeah, there we go. There we go. We due for a drop. So then, which means if these ones drop, the West could be possibly pushing up. So 15192.97. Okay. We are below this here. And I anticipate we're gonna come down, guys. I anticipate we're gonna come down here. 0.14. All right, there we go. Sure. Okay, this is very good. Look at all the divergence there. And the move has not happened yet. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna wait for it and we'll take it from there. Let's look at the Hang Seng. If we can get a correlation between them, it'll be good. Let's watch. Let's see. Maybe there's a correlation here, guys. So the Chinese 15-minute. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Whew. Yes, sir. Got it, guys? Let's see you guys. Ooh. All right, guys, look at this here. Guys, can you guys hear me? Let me just make sure you guys can hear me, guys. Let me just make sure everybody can hear me here. We're 40 minutes in here. Let's just make sure everybody can still hear me. Could you just pop in the chat facility there quickly, guys? Quickly. And now, guys, and now should be better. Now is a break, guys. And what about now? All right, so here, hold on for you guys. All right, hold on for me. Come on, Shira. Come on, Shira. Come on, Shira. Come on. All right, hold on for me. Hold on for me. All right, guys, I'm gonna have to work with what I have now. Okay, I'm gonna have to work with what I have. Okay, so just bear with me, guys. All right, I'm gonna have to work with what I have. me now? I hope it's a little bit better now. No, 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 Shira, it's not done. None of that. None of that. None of that. None of that. All right. So, guys, on the Hang Seng. All right. We are still pushing down here. Can you guys hear me now? Can you guys hear me now? Can you guys hear? All right. All right. So is there something that you guys can hear? I'm so sorry about that, guys. I'm so sorry about that. Connectivity at times can do that. Please forgive me at this point in time. Um, please forgive me at this point in time. All right. All right. Please forgive me at this point in time. We'll run it back at 3 o'clock. All right. We'll run it back at 3 o'clock, guys. Big apologies. All right. Oh, is it clear? Okay, beautiful. All right. So, guys, what we'll do is big apologies on that. Unfortunately, yeah. All right. All right. So, I'm waiting for 24835. All right. I'm waiting for 24835. And I'll be waiting on a 1 hour. I hope it's much better now, guys. Apologies for that earlier on. Should be better. All right, there we go. Yeah, no. I don't think. No, it's not. No, Shira, it's not that. No. All right, so guys, I'm extremely no. So we are back. We are back. That's good. That's good. All right, fantastic. All right. All right. So we're waiting for 24,835, and we're waiting for 23,831.86. So if we can push beneath 24,835, all right. If we can just get below 24,835.66, then we could get a beautiful move to the downside here, guys. And once again, that's going to be an impulse. No, it's powerful. Look at that. That impulse right there. But this is a much higher time frame consideration. Okay, this is a much higher time. This is a 6-hour time frame consideration. Because on the 4-hour, you can see here, it's been struggling. So this is a 6-hour. Once this thing falls, though, all right, once it falls, guys. That's the thing when it comes to these stock, guys. Once they move in a certain direction, they take a bit of time. But once they start moving, they really, really move. So we're watching this one here. We're watching the Hang Seng, and I'm also watching the Japanese Nikkei. Let's see what's happening here. Hold on. So the 1 hour, we're still ascending here, guys. Yeah, this one is, there's a lot of divergence here, guys. So look at all the divergence here. Look at all of the divergence here. So this, I'm not going to monitor this on an hourly frame for now. I'll watch this one come down. It's already at the 50 there. Look at that. All right. All right. And then 100. All right. And guys, we are moving. So below this one here. Hold on. Let me do that. Look at this. Look at this, guys. We can dip below this. Oh, this is good. This is good. This is good. Hold on. 64951.16. Right there. 64951.16. That's going to be lekker, guys. That's going to be lekker. Look at that. 64951.16. This is a beautiful move to the downside, by the way. But this is something you hold, all right? So I'm not going to dig into this, guys. You can see that we've tested the level, but it's not enough to make a move right now. This is one of the oldest indexes, guys. I mean, this thing has been running, guys. I mean, 50,000 points, like the US 30. It's been pushing. So let's see how this one pans out. So let's do a quick loop around, guys. We've been tracking this so well. We've been tracking these charts so well, all right? So let's start quickly with the oil price. Remember we said there might be a correction coming, but $91 a barrel right there. Then the gold price, we can see that it's still in that same area, guys. It's not really moved much at this point. So at 3 o'clock, hopefully there's some movement there, all right? The silver price as well, you can see where it is, guys. It's on that second leg there. Euro USD, there we go, dipping down a little bit now. Dipping down a little bit now. GBP USD also dipping down a little bit now. This is good. This is fantastic because we want to see the movement. You don't just want to see the consolidation. The AUD USD also, it looks like dipping down. NZD should be moving then. Yeah. Look at that. Okay, so let's see, guys. As long as there's movement, that's good. As long as there's movement. US 30 pushing a little bit up now. As long as there's movement, that's what we're looking for. GBP yen. Okay, nothing really there. Let's go. Euro JPY seems like it found a bit of a rejection, but I'm not gonna, really do anything at this point. Nothing on the AUD JPY. GBP NZD, nothing really there. And then we have the S&P 500 moving just a little bit, slight movement. NAS also still standing still right there. And then lastly, we have the AUS 200, nothing. It's just gone back into the area of resistance. And then the UK 100, look there, we above. So let's see what it does here, guys. It went back. That was a leg. There's the correction, the second leg, and then a correction. Let's see how it goes. Savage, I did not even go with the Russell 2000. This one, it pushed down and gave us a totally different movement from the other US indices. All right. And then for Teedo, look at this. We're still moving down, my friend. We're going to have to wait and see how it goes. But right now, guys, we're doing very well. Let's wait for the 245, the Euro monetary policy statement. Let's look and see what effect that has on the charts so that when we do come back at 3 o'clock, we can have a little bit more movement, all right? If we get higher rates, let's just say they announce it and it's higher rates and they want to do it before the US, we unsure at this point what they're going to be saying, but let's just say it's good for the euro. That means we have a trade here that we can jump. There's a trade here, and that's going to be wonderful. Hopefully, the Euro JPY doesn't get affected much. But I mean, again, we're going to have to wait and see how the fundamentals pans out today. All right. Not a problem, Tato. All right, guys. So apologies for the the in and out there with the audio connection and so forth. At times can bring a bit of challenges, guys. But we're gonna have to wait and see how that happens or how it turns out. All right. I'll see you guys at 3 o'clock. I'll see you guys at 3 o'clock. Have a lekker one, guys. Have a good one there on your side. I'll see you soon. All right.